All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. This is how we're going to be trading the week of February 23rd to the 27th, 2026. We're going to go through basically the levels I have marked out on my charts, just stuff like that on NQ and ES, and then I'll show you guys how I'm approaching every single day based on the news. Should be a pretty quick one, nothing too crazy. We're going to start from the higher time frame, kind of work our way down. So on our monthly, we still have 6 days. We have 1 week pretty much left in this monthly candle. So it'll be interesting to see how it does close. On the week, other than that, really, there's nothing too much going on the monthly. We look at the weekly. We actually did get a strong bullish close right back to the upside after having that strong push down the week before. So we kind of recovered, but as you can see, we're still in that weekly range. So really not too much going on the higher time frame, but that obviously doesn't mean we can't catch setups every single day, right? So over here, what I have marked out in terms of the weekly, I have previous week's low right here, and then I have previous week's high. So weekly, we did get that shift down, but really not too much we need to worry about in terms of the weekly, except for the previous week's high and the previous week's low. Going over to the daily, this is a bit more interesting. So as you can see over here, we obviously had the half day on Monday. Basically, I said I wanted to see what would happen in this daily gap. We obviously got the sell-off first. Now we came into the daily gap. We did get some rejection off, and now it looks like we inversed it, but I'm going to go a little more in depth on that. I'm going to show you what I have marked on my charts first. So starting off up here, I have this daily high marked out as a potential buy side target if we do start displacing higher. I also have this daily high right here. Then I have previous week's high. I have this daily inversion. We slightly just inverse this gap, although I'm not really sure what's going to happen from there, but I'll get into that in a minute. Then I have this daily low. I have previous week's low, and I have this daily low down here. Now I'm just going to go over ES really quick, show you guys my ES chart, and then we'll get into my analysis on NQ. As you can see on the monthly, this monthly candle has put in a strong rejection to the downside. Huge weekly candle back to the upside after the bearish candle the previous week. Daily's in the same pretty much scenario. We did get that nice chop and recovery back to the upside, but as you can see, we have not inversed this daily gap. So in terms of ES, what I have marked out, the daily high up here, this daily fair value gap, previous week's high, this daily low, previous week's low, and then I have this daily low down here. So basically what I'm going to be doing a lot this week is using this gap still as a condition, because as you can see, ES has not inversed it, and we look at NQ and it's basically just barely inversed it. So when I see these kind of weak inversions like this, I'm usually a little bit cautious on trying to jump into like flip my bias to completely bullish. I really want to see ES also inverse this gap for me to want to like be extremely bullish on NQ. So my ideas coming into the week, again, I want to see how a price opens up at the beginning of the week, and I want to see if we get a rejection down and ES continues to hold the gap, or we want to continue displacing higher. Obviously, our initial buy side target is going to be previous week's high, and then if we continue to get above that, we obviously are going to be looking at these relative equal highs right here, which are also this set of daily highs. And if we continue to respect this daily gap and break back down, what are we going to be looking to seek out? This daily low and previous week's low all the way down there. So scenario number one, right? If price opens up bullish and we can kind of displace upwards above previous week's high, then obviously I'll be looking for retraces and then looking to continue my bias bullish if we can get above previous week's high. That's really my condition here. So my condition here, if we open up bullish and we can get out of this daily gap, we truly inverse it, we displace above previous week's high, then my bias is pretty bullish on the higher time frame, and from there I'd be looking for continued longs and buy side to get taken all the way up to this daily high, these relative equal highs right here on the 4-hour, all that stuff like that. So that's my kind of bullish case scenario. We inverse this daily gap, we displace above previous week's high, we strongly close, and then we're looking for more buy side here. And then obviously if we displace above this daily high, then obviously I'd be seeking all the way up here. But I don't know if we're going to get that far. Well, maybe, who knows? So second scenario, if ES continues to respect this daily gap, bearish, then I'm going to be looking for reactions to the downside in order to take out the daily low. Over here would be obviously my first target. And if we displace past the daily low, then I'd be looking for continuations towards previous week's low, and then this daily low, and then even potentially this low all the way down here. So that's my bear scenario. What I'm going to be paying attention to is manipulations though above this previous week's high, because it's so close. Like we look on ES, previous week's high is literally right there. NQ, same thing. Previous week's high is literally right there. So here are my scenarios, right? My conditions. My conditions are basically to watch ES and see if it respects this gap or it wants to trade higher. That's my condition. I'm looking at ES because ES has not inversed that gap and NQ gave a very weak inversion. So scenario number one, bullish scenario. We see ES inverse the gap. We displace above the previous week's high, then I'd be looking for continuations on the higher time frame towards this daily high. And again, if we displace past this daily high, then I'd be looking for continuations on the higher time frame towards that set of daily highs up there. Again, that probably doesn't happen within the week, but whatever. Scenario number two, the bear scenario, ES continues to respect bearish. We get some displacement down. We'd be looking for continuations towards this daily low. And if we displace past the daily low, we get a retrace here on the higher time frame, then I'd be looking to seek out previous week's low, this daily low, and then obviously any of these could be a reversal area. But if we do get displacement below previous week's low, I'm assuming we want to just continue lower to these lows down here. Now, one thing I said to watch out for is this previous week's high because it's so close, right? We could see a quick manipulation and a shift back down. So we really, if price wants to run towards that previous week's high immediately, it's going to be a really crucial area to watch. So here's my bullish scenario. Again, trade above previous week's high, displace above previous week's high. I'm going to be seeking the next buy side draw. If we continue to respect this gap, looking down here like this. And another scenario is if we get a quick manipulation to the upside above this previous week's high, like here, and then we get the breakdown. Because it's such a close draw on liquidity, we could easily see a quick manipulation and a shift down. So those are my main scenarios for the week, guys. I'm really just watching this daily gap on NQ and on ES as my condition and seeing if we break above it and displace above previous week's high. I'm looking for higher. If we continue to respect, I'm looking for displacement, continuations lower, but also paying attention to this previous week's high as a potential area where we could see some manipulation before a move back down. So those are my main draws. My main buy side draw right now being previous week's high. My main sell side draw right now being the daily low. And all I'm looking for is displacement towards the draw. I'm looking to get in, when we get close to them and target them. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I have marked out on my charts. If you guys want these same levels, this is all I have marked out. It's nothing too complex. And we'll go through day by day, and I'll talk to you guys what my plan is for the news. We don't have anything crazy this week, but starting off on Monday, we have FOMC member Waller speaking at 8 a.m. It's just orange folder. It's really nothing crazy. No major news, but I will be trading on Monday. I will be trading market open pretty much normally. So this will be a normal trading day for me. Tuesday, we have CB Consumer Confidence and Richmond Manufacturing, which are orange folder events at 10 a.m. But these do actually bring in some good volatility. Sometimes some of these orange folder events like new home sales, pending home sales, CB Consumer Confidence, sometimes do bring in good volatility. So I will be trading this normally market open, but just something to keep an eye on. Potentially we do get a data wick off this news. And then we have Trump speaking at 9. If that changes, that will, the time changes, that will affect our trading, but 9 p.m. it really shouldn't do anything. This will be pretty much a normal trading day come market open. Wednesday we have no major news. This will be a normal trading day again come market open, middle of the week. Should still be fine. We'll be trading that normally. Thursday we have unemployment claims. These are my favorite days. 8:30 news. Hopefully we get a good data wick to trade with. Should be good volatility or volume in the market, and this will be a normal trading day come market open. And same thing with Friday. We have PPI at 8:30. Red folder again. Hopefully we get some good data wicks to trade towards that we can use as targets, and this would be a normal trading day come market open. So normal trading days all week at market open. Pretty simple this week. Nothing crazy. I don't really have a strict bias this week, although I do think we do get this higher time frame sell-off eventually. I don't know if that's going to happen now. It's really depends, but we are building up this trend line liquidity. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's all going to depend on how the week starts off, really, and then we'll go from there. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give me a like, subscribe. Go check out the links in the pinned comment. And that's it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.